We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Good evening, I'm Mills Lane, joining you from the middle of vacation. And tell anybody who looks at American culture topics that I was going to be on vacation. So it's fair enough if nobody shows up. I understand. Because most of you think I'm on vacation. And the fact is, I am. Just we're running towards the end of vacation. Comments. Psych L variety. Salute. Psych L. Truck driver. Psych L. 5X shirt club. What's up? Psych L variety. You get the plug. So if you got anything you would like to hear, plugs there. So vacation. We got Ruckus in the house. Salute Ruck. Salute Ruck. Miss Betty's in the house. Good evening, Miss Betty. We got Redemption Song in the house. Salute. Man, y'all showed up on my vacation. I'm so happy. Tears flowing down the eyes. Got a Facebook. Darlene. Salute. Yep. 76. All right. Yeah, 76ers then. That's the plug. Salute to Mo Brown. All right. CMW recording. Salute. Y'all gonna be all right. Well, I'll get into that next. Laughing at five. Rich, you 5X Club too, sucker. So anyway, we talking about this is a Throwback Thursday because I didn't feel like working. It's not true. There's a lot to talk about. I could have pulled a culture topic out. I have some things I want to run by you guys to keep the show going. But since I'm on vacation, I'm like on vacation. So let's talk about vacation culture. All right. So I'm gonna get up in here, try to mix it up in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get up in here and mix it up in the chat. And this is how we gonna get down, okay? So vacation culture. Abracadabra. Let's talk about vacation culture. So today's topic was going to be about vacation culture. And tourism and travel. We rely on this as an economic empowerment. When you think about like a city like Philadelphia, for instance, relies on
tourism, where they may come and look at our Liberty Bell or Betsy Ross house, things of that nature. It's
Okay.
nice to know that we have those things happening. And salute to Bonnet. Thanks for joining us. So when we look at all of the impacts, is roughly $2.5 trillion of the United States money is tied into travel and tourism. So it accounts for a large chunk of the American gross domestic product, or GDP. So if we don't have travel, we lose out on a lot of money. Some of the best things about vacations are, because we're such in a working society now, it's a nice opportunity to get away from the day-to-day. And some people, like, sometimes I'm guilty of working a 7-day work week. So you end up having no time to relax. And it's real important that people have a chance to relax sometime, So when you have the opportunity to take a vacation, I just say, whether you go domestic, staying in the United States, or you go far and go international, I would say for the United States, a family could spend up to $3,000. Now, when going international, a family can spend $4,000 per person. So if you're going to go away, of course, you're going to have your passport and things like that, but you're going to have to save way more money to go outside of the United States than to stay in. Personally, I have not left the United States yet, but I got to get out, and I did go out and get a passport, so hopefully one day I can use that damn thing. So we have vacations. My co-host Trap Gardner, he recently was on vacation. I tell you, I wasn't gonna tell nobody where he went. He was like, "You ain't telling where I'll go." Like, if you wanted to tell him, you could tell him. So, but he actually went to Rhode Island. All right, what's a Rhode Island, right? But yeah, it's a vacation, so nothing wrong with that. Took the family, and their travel was by car. And so if you ever noticed, in the United States, the fuel prices tend to go up every summer, and it's tied into the fuel need, that more people are on the road outside of their normal commute, so they're using vehicles and using cars to navigate around the United States. I've encountered foreigners and I know foreigner is such a tough word, but these are people who've decided that they did not have to go. Well, they feel as though an American is kind of sheltered.
What I was trying to hide.
What happens is we have such a large land mass, and there's different places for us to go. So we don't have to exactly stay in our state. Our different states actually have a chance to, be bothersome. Wait, words. I said bothersome because I saw it didn't make the cut come in the room. Salute. But we have different places to go, so we're not really tied down to just one particular place. It's nice to know that I can go to California and have a different experience than I would in New York. It's a big giant difference. Salute to Chris coming in. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so it's nice to have places to go, people to see, things to do.
I'm on interruption mode, and because you are looking at a live show, and there's Mills from a year ago, last August 2019. fully aware that there was going to be a pandemic. Okay, so I was already wearing a mask a year ago, huh? So anyway, got Mr. Weary in here. Salute to Mike Jones. Was popping. So now it's just funny listening to a show. And if anybody else does shows, you go back and listen to a show you might have did like a year ago and listen to names you might be talking about. Those same names might not be around the next year, but then you get new names. So that's how it is. So
You and we have to enjoy our vacation time. So if anybody's had any places they've been, jump in the chat, and I would love to hear. Also, just knowing that these are the things that we like to do. So, yeah. I was thinking about. Sorry, I'm trying to do some promotion at the same time. We decided not to. I decided not to go with Instagram or do any promotion this week because I was kind of unsure. Again, thanks to the YouTube changing how we're going to do live streaming from now on. So I'll be working on getting a better setup. I love doing live because it's more fun to interact with the folks that come in the room. But there's also chances where I don't go live and I just make a show, put it out there, and enjoy with. And for those who just joined us late, Trap Gardner is on I'm gonna do the Clark. He's on assignment, right?
yeah, Trap was on assignment.
But that happens. So anyway, it is nice to know that our economy is helped greatly by people that come into the United States and for, where they want to see Times Square or the Liberty Bell, the Statue of Liberty, or they want to go to Boston. I don't know why they want to go to Boston, but sometimes they want to go to Boston. Things of that nature. So it's nice to know
I don't like
that we have that ability out here, What else? 707 for hotter temps in the summer, they have to use more expensive formula and more ethanol. That's true to help with the gas, but that's what they do. That's what they do. So that's a good idea. Makes sense. But it's also supply and demand. More people are using fuel, so they're raising the price to cut us down a little bit. Salute to Cliff Bravo. Chris says, I like to go places where I can smoke my weed. Vacation for me ain't a vacation. I ain't smoking. Well, think about for years, Amsterdam was like the only place that you could actually go. Now, of course, in America, you can go somewhere in America and find it. I've seen that it's been easy for people to just find it and not getting in any trouble because it's a big market for that stuff. But yeah, so it's nice to know that goes on. Yeah. But Amsterdam was the only place that people can go for years, and it'd be interesting if you go to work and they say, "Hey, you were gone for a week. Where were you?" And they say, "Yeah, I was went to Amsterdam for a week." They say, "Oh, okay, yeah." Okay.
You stop the show.
They try to walk up on you with a drug test. That's not right. That's not right. Anyway. Yeah,
So we interrupt this vacation, and it's not a whole hour. It's a short show. We got a donation came in from Psych L for the 5X Club. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So salute. Thank you for the donation. What's going on here, Miss Betty? I have a germ phobia when it comes to hotels. Yes, Miss Betty, you should, because low wage workers work at hotels. So one of the things you want to do is properly try to decontaminate your room. So stop at a local wherever they sell stuff, the cleaning supplies. That's why I like staying in America. I can find a Walmart or a Target everywhere. You can get you something to spray the bed, and if you're going to use that tub, it is wise suggestion to clean out the tub. That way, you'll at least know you tried to clean away germs that may or may not still be there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, germ phobia is not a bad thing when it comes to hotels.
I definitely did not myself. Salute to Jean Paul Shelton. This year, I have not enjoyed a vacation. In fact, I don't think I had a vacation in a couple of years. If you want to count a vacation, my version of a vacation is when I went up to Rich House to do that show. Okay, my ass is always working, yo.
And that's a problem, right? Like, people save their money and go on vacation. Um, it's 52 weeks in a year. You should get one, at least 1 week, just for you. Even if you married or you have a significant other, you should save for 1 week for yourself and 1 week for them. So that's 2 weeks minimum every year to take a vacation. All right, I'm trying to multitask, but y'all used to this.
And like, I'd be like, yeah, am I broke? Yes, yes, I am. You see that shirt? A lot of money in that shirt, but the shirt costs a lot of damn money. Anyway,
What's good,
all right,
Pressure?
because I'm focusing on that shirt too much. But yes, some people, especially when the recession happened, they started going to what we call a staycation. Now, a staycation came up once the what do they call it? The recession happened. So what happened was people would just take their vacation time and stay home. Um, so yeah, I actually adopted that. I usually do like a week in October, and I keep vacation time just in case I can actually take an actual vacation. But I take a week in October, and I turned it into what they call a staycation. And this staycation is, I kind of timed it with school starting, so I don't have to worry about taking the kids because they're in school, right? And the wife, I can have the wife with me. She home, like, okay, we can hang out. Maybe we go to see a movie, go bowling, enjoy some breakfast or enjoy each other. Okay, these are some of the things that I do on my staycation. I don't get high right now, so that's a good thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I just laugh at some stuff. Yeah, but I'm definitely um, for the American sake. Um, some people like we have everything here. Let's pimp our country if you don't mind. Um, so if you like the beach, America has plenty of coastal lines in the East Coast, the South, and on the West Coast. So if you want to surf, be our guest. You can go surfing on the East, the South, or the West. Um, Also,
Okay, I saw a question come in on the StreamYard. Okay. Mills, have you spoken on the Vlad TV situation? What's your take? Now, most of the time when it comes to like I call them the inner circle topics, I tend to leave them alone. And probably should go after them more because they get traction. So, but to speak on it, I'll speak on it now. Wait a minute, you were more animated last year. Oh, all right, I gotta get to that later. All right, but to speak on Vlad, Vlad's always been one of these guys that like always when I looked at him, it just seemed like he just sat on the couch or he had the guests on the couch and give away all their business, all their information. He'll just keep asking questions. And it seemed like the guys who didn't want to answer the questions, their interviews kind of slowed down. Like like a guy I like a lot named Star, Troy Terrain. He would be on the couch with Vlad and sometimes and with Lord Jamar. But Star's not going to say anything or he's not going to say enough to where he would stay on that couch. But of course they're friends, but he understood that dynamic of and Vlad's angle. For Vlad to misquote the minister, which is an easy thing to do because the minister Farrakhan speaks real strong. He delivers tough words. I mean, real tough. And it's like, ooh. So for Vlad to feel a certain type of way, even though he basically proclaims atheist, and to misquote him. So here's a chance because maybe he doesn't. Well, I would expect him to understand the captivating audience that Minister Farrakhan holds, particularly in the media that he's covering. A lot of people, rappers, actors, even porn stars that be on his show, comedians, understand and have some type of concern for Minister Farrakhan. So for him to not apologize for misspeaking or to only say he would do it if the minister came on his show shows his concern for money over the people that he's making money from. That's just how I look at it. Will I stop watching Vlad TV? I don't know, but I don't really seek it out. So that's basically my stance. As far as the other people that have been saying things, they're making their stance. And I feel for people like my son, who, you had a back of somebody, and then all of a sudden, this person that you had a back of starts acting weird. And it's like you get left out on these islands. That's why I don't like, I know if I'm going to go out and fight somebody, it's going to be me and that person. All right. And when somebody that I'm cool with goes out there and starts fighting, when I say fighting, I mean like YouTube fighting, then those two people, they can stand for themselves. Unless I think one can't stand for themselves, go out there and fight, right? Because if I pick sides and y'all be friends afterwards, one of y'all gonna be mad at me. All right. That's how I feel about the Vlad. Vlad, grow up. Hold on. No, because Miss Betty was just taking shots. You were more animated last year. Okay. All right. Well, Miss Betty, it's coming because I got to learn how to fill an hour without right now a dedicated co-host with hitting those facts and those information. So I'm gonna find ways to fill the hour. There will be new segments I'm testing out. So you guys you are much more mellow now. I hope you're not talking about today. I'm on vacation. When you're on vacation, you're allowed to be mellow. Hey, facts. That's right.
There are things like theme parks now. Just because I am not on vacation doesn't mean my family doesn't take vacations. They go to Six Flags, Dorney Park, it's a place in Pennsylvania. Um, you know, we go to the movies a lot. It's not like they don't go anywhere, but I should say, as far as getting in the car and driving and going to some hotel or where there's a pool, I'm glad I live in a big city where there's pools everywhere. People can go to the pool, take your ass to the pool. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. So we also have a lot of people like to hike. When I say a lot of people up in the mountains, um, majority of the Caucasian people, they like to go hiking and in the mountains and camping. Camping is a big economy. Camping brings in lots of multi-millions of dollars. Camping World, you heard of Bass Pro Shops with the fishing and things of that nature. There's people who like to take a week off to go and do hunting. So there's hunting with bow and arrow. There's gun hunting. A lot of people use their vacation time to do these things. It's not always the summer. Sometimes it's the fall. But whatever they do, whatever they're doing, just know they're away from us. I got to show that comment because I don't know why they hit it. That's funny, Chris. Yes, whitewater rafting. Yeah, I mean, don't knock it till you try it. I always learn. I say, what was it, about 4 years ago? I went paintballing. And that's something I think, especially, well, I would say, like the Hun people that I'm cool with, they should go paintballing. But some people don't look like they want to be running around. Right, Cliff Bravo? You're giving me that workman trap here. I'm get Cliff some work real quick. But yeah. So and that's the fun. Like I spoke on the historical element. Some people would like to use vacations to go research history. Yes, once again, all of our parts of the country, the north, the south, the east, and the west, and the center, all have some type of historical acumen that people like to flock to. Whether it's things in Boston, I don't know what they do up there. I bring up Boston. I don't like Boston. It's a sports thing. Forgive me. But yeah, there's cathedrals and in New York, there's we got that Liberty Bell, Betsy Ross, Ben Franklin, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You have a lot of historical. If you want to see some plantations, I guess you can go to the south. There's a couple plantations that sits.
Gosh, who the heck would want to go to a plantation on vacation? I don't know, but some do. Yeah, and that shirt I was wearing in there, that's a 3X. So, I wear all different size shirts. Anyway, yeah, so I did speak earlier about staycation. I think this one was kind of a staycation. I got on the move, like I get up, go places. I would have food delivered to me, just like having some fun like that. And yeah, this has been, it ain't as fun. Hold on. All right, let me read some. Not a camper. How about some skydiving? You know what I'm saying? Indoor skydiving. Who I saw Pretty Liddy on her Instagram. I think she was doing one of them things they just float and they fly them in the air and everything. Plantation. I know, right? Yo, on vacation when I was a kid, and we used to have to go down to South Carolina, and you had to have a machete if you're going in the woods because you know there's a chance you can run into a snake. Yeah, that's about as far as the plantation I was going into. Them woods, like it's like hiding from the plantation. Like a Philly cheesesteak. Come to Philly and get you a Philly cheesesteak. I'll take you to some spots, you know. Anybody deserves everybody, sorry, deserves a vacation. So I'm not going. Should we finish the show? I looked at that video. I think that video had like 30 views, like 30 whole views. I was like, I said this is a gem episode, especially since I'm on vacation. Then I'm gonna tell y'all how I had some weird moments during vacation. So we're gonna finish this video up, and I'll tell you about the new stuff that happened this year on vacation, and how this show almost didn't happen.
It's up. There is a museum of the South that I would like to see. Um, it's a great idea to keep that stuff around. I know people get triggered when you try to remind them of things that happened in the past, but I guess that's tied into me getting into some feuds about this guy Glasses Malone's video called "Tupac Must Die."
Got all about that.
People are highly triggered about that, but I have to get that a shout because I think that was very interesting and very clickbait. Very clickbait. Yeah, so if you want to see an actual Native American, you're going to have to hunt because they're few far between. Unless you go to a casino, one of the reservations. But other than that, yeah.
Okay.
People used to take vacations to go to casinos. Las Vegas is definitely an attraction, a vacation attraction. I've been. I would love to go back, particularly probably during a NASCAR race in Las Vegas. Other than that, yeah. So that's where we got. That's what we got going on with vacation. On purpose, I'm leaving out. People go to Miami, Atlantic City for mini vacations. Yeah, you know what? Sorta. What's happened is a lot of the places that's nearby Atlantic City have pretty much, I say nearby, like nearby states have started enacting gambling laws. So, like Delaware, Pennsylvania have not only casinos, but they also now have sports books. So it's kind of pulling away from the lure of Atlantic City. But Atlantic City does have beaches and coastal lines, so they have the boardwalk. They have the historic element. They do have a nice boardwalk where you have an amusement park there as well. And there are plenty of casinos in a row. And to revamp, they've added the outlets or the stores. You have Jay-Z. He has his 40/40 club. So, yeah, Atlantic City still has pull before historical value. So it's nice to know. Again, I kind of left out Alaska and Hawaii on purpose. Sometimes I get confused as to are they American? Yes, they are American. I know people that go to Hawaii every year. I think it's redundant, but if it's that great, yeah, why not? It's your money. It's your capital. You spend that money you earn. You use that time that you have wisely and enjoy yourselves in these great places. Yeah. As I said before,
Nice.
if you have any other tourists or vacation spots, please feel free. So
He didn't even finish the statement. I'm shocked. But and that is my thoughts on vacation culture. So I said, I know we're in the middle of one of the wildest, craziest years of all time. We've been through a spring unlike no other. We've been through a summer unlike no other. Ah, man, look at Facebook folks showing up. I'm so happy for you. Proud. Thanks, y'all. But we've been through a summer like no other, and we're about to approach a fall. That's kind of going to be like the summer and the spring. So um, we're seeing around the world that the rates are starting to rise with these virus that some people don't believe it actually exists. We're also starting to notice frustrations from people in not wanting to follow some of the guidelines, not actually understanding the guidelines. Sometimes the guidelines that are given to us are confusing. So if you are going on vacation, just take the proper precautions about the things that you need to take care of. For those who were wanting to see the lane this week, uh, I had ideas, but of course I was on vacation. Um, I would like to do a show because there's some things I want to talk about I don't want to let pass. So I will see if I can muster up and get it all. And it may not be live, it may be a pre-record. Um, and that's vacation culture. I am so glad we got this get this show going, and let's move on to the next topic. This day in history. This day in history for September the 24th, 2020. In the year 1879, I'm on vacation, y'all, excuse me. The year is 1789. The first Supreme Court is established. So the Judiciary Act of 1789 passed and was signed by George Washington to establish the Supreme Court. At this time, there were only 6 justices that were on the Supreme Court. Um, and of course, RIP to RBG. All right. RBG would have been probably in the middle of the lanes topic. It wouldn't be until 1869 that we'll have the full amount of 9 judges. So the judicial branch is one of the 3 major branches of the United States government, along with the legislative branch, which has the Congress and the Senate, and the executive branch, which houses the president. All 3 create a system of checks and balances. Basically, to say what's lawful, what's not lawful. It usually comes to a vote. And of course, our country being as polarizing as it can be, most of the judges are either Republican or Democrat. So that's that part of it. I'm not digging too deep into that. Um, so I may or may not be a part of another show tonight. My super plans are to be a part of a show tomorrow morning. So I should be joining Logic and the team for the Ranters Union presents the morning rant. I'm not sure exactly what time, but check your local listings on YouTube. And you guys, once again, thanks to Psycho for the donation. 5X Club. Rise Girl's about to go to vacation. Rise Girl, you work hard, so you deserve it. And everybody else that's considering vacation, keep washing your hands. Keep taking care of yourself. Um, whether you believe it or not, cleanliness is important. Okay, so whether you believe in the coronavirus or not, keep yourself clean. And that will conclude tonight's episode of American Culture Topics. A little early, but I'm on vacation. Oh, I was supposed to tell y'all the story. All right, I got plenty of time for that. So whoever didn't leave, get to hear this stupidity. All right, so I'm trying to enjoy vacation, y'all. So I'm laid back. I done had a couple of pina coladas, okay? And somebody wants to go to the store. And you're like, oh man, do I really gotta go to the store? I just had my pina coladas. So I get in the car to go to the store. The person that said that, they trying to talk me into going to the casino. I'm like, casino? Ain't nobody trying to go to no casino. Like, I'm broke. Literally, my plan was to go to the casino on Thursday, okay? Which today, which ended up happening, luckily. So I think this was about Monday. I think this was Monday or Sunday night in the Monday. Wait a minute. This was Saturday night. There you go. Saturday night. So I get in the car. These two fools that think I'm heading towards the casino, they say they want to get a ride to the store. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm sweating under the lights because this story is annoying. So I take these people and I say, listen, I'm not doing this for free. I'll take you to the casino to give me $5 each. That's all I asked for. $5. That's like, I just want and to go to the store, the person was paying for my food. Because I was like, I'm on vacation. Me on vacation. But my executive is always working. The thing about the executive is when the executive is in charge, I'm 10 times, like ruthless and cutthroat because that's the executive. The executive, yes, just $5. The executive's in charge, and the executive was like, "I'll take you and bring you back from the casino for $100," which would have meant I would have had to stay at the casino, but at least I would have had $100. So the executive said 100. Then the executive says, "Since I'm going to the store, like it's on the way, kinda." I said, "But you got to give me $5." These broke ends, and I got to say ends because this is how the night kept going. They didn't want to give me the money. So I got done the store and I turned back and headed back to the resort. And I got out and said, okay. I say, you gonna give that money to the bus company, the taxi company, the Uber, the Lyft. You're gonna get that money to the people you can rent bikes from. So if you can't give me that money, then so that was the first end moment. Right? That's not the end. Then the next night moment was there's a couple people, they were able to secure their own brand of coconuts. So I'm like, okay. but some leech followed the guy back with his coconut, and 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 then the other guy who they both purchased the coconut together, he held it, but the leech was like, "Come on, man, you ain't gonna share the coconuts with me. Just answer the question. Is you gonna share the coconuts with me?" So yeah, I just had my coconuts, so I'm like, I need something. The executive said, "Why don't you go get some water?" So I went and got some water, and then one of the guys, he was walking like, man, he all tripping, and the leech pulls out a knife and said, "I cut everybody out here." Hold up. You gonna cut everybody out here? Hold up. So I stood back because I understand that this is some type of bravado dance. We do this time to time. And the other guy, he walks away. And he pulls out his blade. Then I said, "Did that just happen? Like, is he really gonna try to stab you and possibly me over some coconuts?" So I pulled out my blade. I'm like, shoot, I mean, hey, you know what I mean? I ain't learned nothing from Lansky except to have a blade. So anyway, trying to enjoy my coconuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm on vacation. I'm not here for this stupid stuff. The last one was where the guy, I thought he had a gun. This is a whole new guy. He come looking for somebody around that's usually in that area of the resort. And I'm like, dude, he's not here. I need to call him. I'm like, dude, I don't know his phone number. And he's very angry. And he keeps adjusting at his waist and pointing like, but it's like I'm on vacation. So it's like the executives in control. The executives like, dude, you just let him just let him keep talking. He don't know that Puerto Rican judo that you got. So sadly, and sometimes in vacation places, there's a criminal element. And there's also an ignorance element. I'm trying not to use that word. There's an ignorance element sometimes on vacation. You got to be careful when you're presented with the ignorance level of vacation. So, yeah, it got kind of serious. And this was about 6 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, what are you doing partying on vacation at 6 o'clock in the morning? Because I like vacation. I don't get it often. I was talking about that last year that I didn't have a vacation. So this will be my first vacation in quite a while. So thanks for hearing out that story. Thanks for hearing out that story. And everybody, you guys have a safe, great night. Maybe Sugar Shay doing the show. Maybe Maine doing the show. I caught Maine show the other day while on vacation. I had to watch the rebroadcast. And I love when him and his wife on the show because I love that black family thing. It's like awesome. But good night, everybody. With liberty and justice for all, even while on vacation.